Hello girls, good morning everyone. So today with you class 5 on the topic protochordates. Okay, so I think you have idea on the chordates, right? In the previous class we have discussed about the classification of chordates. Okay, here whatever we discussed is okay. So in the previous class we discussed about the chordate classification. Okay, so in that we have discussed chordata divided into two groups, craniata. What is mean by craniata, everything we have discussed in the previous class. Okay, now what we are starting. Okay, so phylum chordata divided into three subphylums. No, the two subphyla, what are they? Cephalochordata, Urochordata, and then third subphyla, that is vertebrata. Okay, so we are starting with first subphyla, Cephalochordata. Okay girls, so this is the entire classification of chordates. If you know this flow chart, then you can understand the vertebrates, what is mean by vertebrates, under what class it will become. So entire the taxonomy you will get it briefly, whatever I have explained in the previous class. Okay, so from this we start up with first subphylum, Cephalochordata. Okay, so here we are starting with the protochordates. That means protochordates includes two groups, Cephalochordata and Urochordata. First subphyla, second subphyla. Okay, so here this Cephalochordata, what do you mean by Cephalochordata? Here Cephalochordata means what? Cephalo means what? I think you know. Cephala means what? Head. Cord. Okay, that means this organism bear cord, notochord. Eta means what? In the science language, eta we call as bearing. That means to present. Okay, that means the organisms come under the Cephalochordata, consisting what? Cord in the head. That means not in the head, actually entire body from the head to tail. Okay, for that we have named it as Cephalochordata. Okay, Cephalochordata is a first subphyla. Okay, that means this organisms come under Cephalochordata will consist cord from head to tail region. Okay, that again that notochord present throughout the lifetime. Okay, it won't be disappear like in the hemichordates. Okay, hemichordates, why we didn't discuss under the vertebrate, because it show the cord but it won't be present, it will be disappears. Okay, but coming to the Cephalochordata, the cord, okay, the cord which is there will present throughout the lifetime. Okay, where it is present in the body, from head to tail. Okay, so that cord, what is that cord? Notochord. That notochord actually it is a rod like a structure, okay, which further forms spine, whatever now we have backbone. Okay, so that what? Cord, notochord. Here this notochord give support to the body for organisms. Okay, stiffness, it will give stiffness to the body. Girls, did you getting? So now today we are going to discuss the general characters regarding this Cephalochordata. Okay, so what are the general characters of this Cephalochordata? Whatever the organisms come under the Cephalochordata, their body will be small. Okay, can you see here? So this is the first point. Body is fish-like and is useful for burrowing and swimming. Okay, so here the cephalochordate bodies will be small. Okay, cephalochordate bodies will be very smaller, and if we see their body look like a fish. Okay, and and that body, fish-like body, will be useful for burrowing. For burrowing means what? The sand which is there, they dig the sand and they hide under that sand. Okay, so useful for burrowing. Burrowing means what? Digging the soil, burrowing, and swimming. Okay, and also this fish-like body will helpful for these organisms for what? For swimming also, because they are aquatic organisms. You know, they live in the water, they need to swim, right? Next point if we discuss, it has head also shows tail. Okay, these cephalochordate organisms has head and also they show tail. Okay, they have head region and also tail region. Okay, next if we discuss, the appendages are absent. Okay, here what I mean to say, appendages means what? They are outward structures which help us organisms to move from one place to other place, like legs, what we have, right? We have legs now to walk. So same like these organisms also have appendages. Appendages are nothing but outgrowth structures entire the body. Okay, mainly from abdomen to the tail region the appendages will be present, so that will be helpful for the organism to move from one place to other place. Okay, so that appendages are absent. Okay, because why they are absent? They have fins here. Okay, with the help of fins they will swim in the water. They don't need of these appendages. Actually these appendages we can found in the arthropods. Okay, here next point, dorsal, caudal, ventral fins are absent. What do you mean by fins, girls? Fins means what? So these fins are a fan-like structures on the body. Okay, on which side it will present? These fins will be present. Okay, so these fins actually you can find in the fishes also. No, fishes will have fins. With the help of fins only they can swim. Okay, so same like the fish, the fins are also present in the cephalochordates, that on the dorsal side, that means on the back side, caudal side, caudal means a tail region. Okay, and ventral, front side. Okay, front side we call ventral, back side we call dorsal, tail region we call caudal. Okay, so in these all sides the fins we can find in the cephalochordates. Okay, next it has no exoskeleton. Exo means what? Outside. Skeleton means you know. Okay, so this exoskeleton which is rapid. Okay, very rapid. This exoskeleton is an external covering for the body of organism. This exoskeleton is rapid. Okay, that means there is no flexibility. Okay, it is hard, so it has no exoskeleton. So this cephalochordate doesn't have exoskeleton, but we can find this exoskeleton mainly in the invertebrates, like mainly arthropods. Okay, so can you hear? So here next, the notochord extends the entire length of the body. Okay, here we are discussing now what the cephalochordates show chordate characters. No, that's why we kept these protochordates in the vertebrates. Okay, we didn't discuss the hemichordata in vertebrates. No, now we are discussing that protochordates. From protochordates we are discussing in the vertebrates because they show chordate characters. Okay, so what are the chordate characters the cephalochordate also showing here? The first, the notochord extends the entire length of the body. I said you know previously, heart. Cephalochordata means what? The cord which is bare from head to tail region. So that presence of notochord, and it extends the entire length of the body. Entire length of the body we can find the notochord, and it is throughout the lifetime. It won't be disappear. Okay, even the organism become adult and even it die also, the notochord will be present. They show a dorsal. Dorsal means you know the back side, tubular and tube-like structure. Okay, so they show a dorsal backside, tubular, tube-like, neural tube without a definite brain. Okay, so neural tube, further it will form a neural plate and later it will form into a nervous system, right? But here only the neural tube which is erased, but this neural tube doesn't show a definite brain. You know the nervous system forms a brain, no? Here the definite brain is not present. The brain doesn't develop still in the cephalochordates. Okay, so they show dorsal tubular nerve tube without a definite brain. Okay, so it consists in tubular neural tube, but it doesn't have the developed brain. So next, if we discuss the main characters. No, in the previous class, notochord we have discussed now, neural tube, that means no, nerve cord we discussed now. Okay, so next coming to the alimentary canal is long. Alimentary canal means what here? The digestive system. The alimentary canal is long, that means long. Okay, canal is long. It includes a large pharynx with many gill slits. Okay, so pharynx, which is the alimentary canal part. Okay, so the alimentary canal is long. it includes a large pharynx with many gill slits. You know here the gill slits. The gills acts as respiratory organs. Okay, so the respiratory organs are what here? Gills. Okay, through the gills only the cephalochordates will respire. Okay, so either side of the pharynx we can find the gill slits. Okay, gill slits. For example, if we see, this is the pharynx. Okay, either side of the pharynx we can find the gill slits. Okay, which forms gill. Okay, that gill which is covered by structures again. Okay, so these gills act as respiratory organs. Okay, next, circulatory system is closed. We discussed about the digestive system. Now the circulatory system in the cephalochordate. Circulatory system is closed. Okay, that means, is there any closed open type also? Yes, circulatory systems will be closed type and open type. Okay, open type means what? The blood which flow freely in the body cavity. Okay, in us we know the blood which flows in the blood vessels, no, in our body. Same like that in the cephalochordates also there are blood vessels. So the blood flow in the blood vessels. So the circulatory system is closed type. Okay, next, heart. But there is no heart. Remember here the heart is not present and respiratory pigments are also not present. Okay, so respiratory pigments. What are the respiratory pigments, girls? Here the respiratory pigments, substance which involved in the physiological transport of O2 or electrons. Okay, that means here we can say the hemoglobin or hemocyan. Okay, is the pigments. That pigments which helpful to involve the physiological transport of O2 or electrons. Okay, but here that is not present due to no definite heart. Okay, next point, excretory system show paired protonephridia with solenocytes. We completed the digestive system, circulatory system, respiratory system. Now we talk about the excretory system. Here what are the excretory organs? Protonephridia. Okay, there are paired protonephridia. Proto means what? First. Nephridia means what? It is an excretory organ. Okay, there is a paired excretory organs which are tube-like. Okay, which open to outside. Okay, so these protonephridia which involves in the elimination of metabolic waste. Okay, so these protonephridia will consist of solenocytes. Okay, solenocytes with other flame cells also. Okay, solenocytes will be present. So here if it is the protonephridia means we can find a solenocytes like this. Okay, a finger like projections, solenocytes. Okay, these solenocytes are like this. Okay, with the nucleus and a flagella. Okay, this is a flagella. Inside flagella will be present. Okay, so with the help of the flagella, whatever the waste is producing in the body of organism, the waste will be collected and through the tube it will eliminate outside through the tubes. Okay, so this is the excretory tubes open outside to the skin. Okay, through which the solenocytes will eliminate the metabolic waste. Okay, next, two pairs of we completed the excretory system also, right? Now coming to the nervous system. So nervous system will consisting two pairs of cerebral or cranial nerves. Cranial nerves means what here? The nerves which arise from the cranium, so called cranial nerves or cerebral. Okay, so here not cranial, here the cerebral nerves are present. Cerebrum is the part of brain. Okay, so there are two pairs of cerebral nerves and 7 pairs of spinal nerves. Spinal nerves means what? The nerves which arise from the spine, spinal cord. Okay, next, sexes are separate. Here the cephalochordate organisms show sexual dimorphism. Okay, male and female organisms are different. Okay, so that we discuss sexes are separate. Okay, next if we discuss the another point of the cephalochordates is asexual reproduction will not take place. Asexual reproduction means what? The reproduction which takes place without the fusion of male and female gametes. Okay, that is a asexual reproduction that not takes place in the cephalochordates. So what about the fertilization? Fertilization is what? Fusion of male and female gametes. Okay, this fusion of male and female gametes will be takes place externally. that means outside of the body. Okay, male and female gametes, if fusion takes place inside the body, then we can say internal fertilization. If it takes place outside the body, then we can say fertilization is external. Okay, coming to the Cephalochordata, simple classification. So the classification of Cephalochordata, the Cephalochordata subphylum includes only one single class, that is Leptocardi. Okay, what is that? Leptocardi. So these Leptocardi class examples are what? It includes the example Branchiostoma lanceolatum and next Asymmetron. Okay, these two organisms come under the single genera. Okay, this Branchiostomata, which is commonly also called as Amphioxus. Okay, so girls, this is the Cephalochordata simple classification, and also these are some important characters of Cephalochordata. Okay, hope you all understood, girls, this Protochordata. Okay, in the Protochordata we have started with Cephalochordata and we discussed the general characters, right? Okay, so next class we discussed about the Urochordates. Thank you.